What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Pyro, and today we're working on this 97 Honda CR-V. And what we're doing today is we're going to be flushing out the transmission fluid. Now, I'm going to be doing it a certain way, so this might be, or this might not be your cup of tea, but this is what's going to work for me. And I'm going to go through the process of how to swap out this fluid because, well, truth be told, I got a code on the code reader here. It's a P0715. And basically what that says is output engine turbine sensor or something like that, you know, something along those lines. And so I've already replaced the speed sensor on the back side, the speed sensor on the front side of the transmission. I replaced the sensor that goes down in the middle that shows the speedometer. I changed the solenoid packs, both of them. And for some odd reason, I'm driving about 9 miles down the road and it starts acting up again. It'll get stuck in gear and it won't go past, I believe it's like second or third gear. It's like a limp mode, I guess they call it. So what I have to do to get out of that is I have to pull over, turn the car off, reset the code with the code reader, turn the car back on, and I'm good to go again. But I can't keep doing that. And so all the forums that I've read online say that it's most likely an internal dirty filter for transmission fluid. And this transmission filter is non-serviceable. So the only way to fix it or replace it is to drop the transmission and to open it up. So with that being said, what we're doing is we're gonna flush it, right? And we're gonna do it while the car is on and then while the car is off, so that way we're pushing clean fluid through the system at all times. But like I said, it's a bit controversial because, you know, the car's running and you shouldn't be running your car with something open while you're doing transmission stuff. But, you know, it's going to get the job done for us. All right. So let me get the basic setup down here and then I'll pull you back in and then we'll have a small discussion about it. We'll go from there. All right. We'll see you in just a minute. All right, so here we are back again. Here's the CR-V bottom here, right? Here's the transmission we're working on. And that dipstick right over there, the yellow thing, we're gonna take out. On all your other CR-Vs though, all this stuff will be here, which is the air cleaner box and all that stuff. So you can handle that. Get rid of all that so that way you can get to down there area. I put this fancy intake on there, so you know, vroom vroom, more horsepower? Probably not. Also, what we're going to be playing with is some transmission cooler lines. Let me grab my handy flashlight here. And if you can see these lines right here, this one here is your intake, and this one's your exhaust right here. So the one on the far right is your intake. I'm sorry, your exhaust. I'm sorry, that one goes from there all the way to down in here to down there, right? That one's going to come out of your transmission and into your oil cooler, which is built into your radiator. So then it's going to go through there and then flush back into your transmission. And we're going to actually tap into that line today so that way we can do our flush. All right, but first we need to go under the car. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna set you guys right here. And what we're playing with is this little plug right here. Let me see if I can show you a little bit better. There she is, see? That's a 3/8 square there. And all you're gonna do is take your drive handle here. This one's a 3/8 breaker bar that I have, and all you do is come up on it right here, put that tip in there, and then you're gonna break it loose. Which way is that? Up. There we go. Got to get my catch pan. And for this, what you want to do is you want to see how much fluid is in there. But I will tell you, if you're just doing a fluid change without going through the oil cooler, you're only going to be using 3 quarts because the manufacturer recommends 3.1 quarts of fluid, so basically around 3. So what we're going to do is put this in there, take this off, and it's recommended that if you do this, you're going to want to replace this washer. This washer is like an aluminum type washer, and there we go. Oh yeah. So here we go. Here's our fluid right here. And now to make this go faster, what you do is you pull that dipstick out. It'll go faster. Ugh. There you go. Grab you a rag or something and clean your hands. And then, while that's doing its thing, also what needs to come off is this shroud right here. This shroud needs to come off. So if you see this bar right here, this bar has 3 12 millimeter bolts at the end of it here, and we're going to take out those bolts, and there's a bunch of little 10 millimeter bolts. We're going to take those out. My car doesn't have all of them. I'm not sure why, but it doesn't. So this one only has 4 in the front. So there's 1 2 3, and there's one that hangs up over here too, over here on this side over here, and then that's gonna be good to go for me. Yours might have more. Well, yours might have less, but you know, depending on your vehicle and how many times it got beat down. So without further ado, I'm gonna grab some high-speed tools because I don't like doing things manually anymore. I'm all spoiled now, and I have fancy air tools, and I use them a lot. Got my little tray over here. And then where's the other one at? There's that one there. So it's gonna be right here somewhere. On the other side. Oh. And then there's a clip up here by the tire. If you can see that right there, there's a clip right there. And that one's, it's not metal, it's just a plastic, like a plastic nut, or I don't know how you say it. So I can take it out with my fingers here. And then this pops out. Oh, there it goes. Hey! And then, yeah, it's over there now. So to get this off, you're gonna have to pull it off of this lip right here. So you pull it back. Oh, there we go. See, that just dropped this whole thing right here. And now, if you notice here, we have access to our lines that we're gonna be using. And this side right here is the return to the transmission for the oil cooler line, transmission fluid here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop this one off right here. I'm going to attach another hose to it so that way it's pointing downward, and then I'm going to show you guys how to go through this flush. But first I'm going to let that drip all the way down. So that's why I'm going to put you guys on a quick pause, because you know, I'm just gonna wait for all that to go away. All right, here we go. All right, now we're ready for the next step. And that next step is to remove the dipstick and to put in a funnel, right? So like I said, the dipstick is down over there, and the funnel I got is this nice long one here, real big multi-purpose funnel. And what you want to do is put that in here. This can just go away for right now. Go away, you. And you're gonna try to squeeze it in there the best you can. Try to get it into the hole down in there the best you can. There it is. Boom. Now that's gonna stay there for the whole process, because we are no longer gonna close that until this is done and done, okay? So now we're gonna take our fancy little plug here. We're gonna put this guy back where he came from. I'm gonna put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. All right, it's gonna go there. And then we grab our 3/8 who's it here, our breaker bar. Put that in the hole. Click of magic right there. Give it a little you can take it out. All right, we're also though going to be working right here. Where am I at? Right there. See this line right here? This one right there? We're going to remove that right there, right? Because that's the exit into the transmission, right? And what I've done was I have this piece of hose right here, and that's going to be a little, we're going to put it right here like this here, and then we're going to put it down here so that way I can do all my work right here. Move this pan out of my way though, because it's in the way right now. And we now need to fill up the transmission. Oh, excuse me, I'm on my back over here. We need to fill up this transmission here full of good clean fluid. So for that, I went to Amazon and I bought this genuine Honda transmission fluid. Look at that, the ATF W-1. I'll leave a link below so that way you guys can do this. But I bought 8 of these bad boys because to do a whole torque converter and fluid change, yada yada yada, it's 7 quarts. And that, I know that's a lot, but it's what it takes sometimes. But I have no idea how many times I'm gonna have to repeat this process. So I'm gonna take this fluid here and I'm gonna fill her up. And like I said before, it takes 3. So 3 of these will fill that transmission right up. And what we're gonna do is, the controversial part that I was telling you guys about is I'm gonna put a line down there, and then I'm gonna have the wife start the car. And as that transmission's spooling up, fluid's gonna come out. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill one of these one at a time. When I say one at a time, I mean we're gonna fill it up, turn the car off, fill up, we're gonna fill up the reservoir like we just did right now, right? We're gonna fill it up right here, right now. We're gonna go back down here on the bottom. We're gonna fill up this one container here. The wife's gonna turn the car off, and then we're gonna put one clean container into the transmission. So we're just gonna keep doing that. So clean one, dirty one, clean one, dirty one, and we're just gonna keep doing that until we run clean fluid all the way through. And this is gonna get that whatchamacallit, nice and clean. That oil cooler is gonna be completely flushed out of that nasty fluid that was in there and circulating, and now it's gonna have new, fresh, good fluid running through it. Okay, so once again, I'm gonna put you guys on a pause. I know, see, I bought this GoPro because I didn't want to put you guys on pauses, but Yeah, I don't know how to use the feature of fast forward quite yet. So there you go. So that's why I'm going to put you guys on a pause. So give me a minute, and then I'll take you back down there so that way we can undo these oil cooler lines, and then we'll be right back. All right, so here we are again. Ooh, going underneath the car, and now we're going to be. I just put 3 quarts in there, right? 3 clean quarts, and now we're going to be playing with this line over here. And I'm not sure if I can put you over here so you can see where I'm at. Maybe, kind of, sort of. Let me angle this down a little more. Right here, maybe. I don't know. Ugh. And I need my flashlight. Ooh. So you can see we're working right here. And whew, man, I'm tired. Didn't even do anything today. I'm just tired. That's what happens when you get old, I guess. Just get tired. So let me try to come in here this ways and try to take off this hose clamp, because that's what we're needing. Hose clamp removal. These hose clamps are nice to put on when you don't have to take stuff off. Let me just bend that. Hey, get out of my way. Oh. The best thing to do is to grab it and turn it, if that's possible. And then you can grab it from a different direction. Ooh, sparks. There you go. Look at, see? This ways works real nice. Alright, there we go. There's that. Then you grab it and give it a little twist. See if we can get it off with our hands. Oh. We cannot. Thing's really hard to get off. Let's see here. There we go. And this is probably going to leak some fluid all over the place too. So, put my finger on it. Get another pan. Drop over the GoPro. Right there, right there. Yeah. And then there's our fluid there leaking everywhere now. My hand's all full of fluid. Grab a rag here, clean off my hand. A little alcohol for my hand. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but transmission fluid is very messy. A little bit will look like you just slaughtered a pig or something. It's horrible. So let me go grab another hose, because this one's too small for that. That looks like a 3/8 diameter hose, and this one right here is, well, it's 5/16. That's not gonna work. So give me a minute here. I'll be right back. All right, back here with this 3/8 hose, and I'm just gonna slide this over top of that. Now remember what I said, that this one right here, this one here is going to come out of the transmission, and it's going to go into this container here. This is the fluid that I put in there right now, this just a couple minutes ago. Let's move that over there more, let it get caught on something. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go call the wife And then I'm gonna have her turn the car on so that way we can use the transmission power to push this fluid out of here. All right. Okay, so that's up, over, and that's gonna go into this. Now the good thing is if you can see this, let me see here. Let me point this down a little bit. Ooh, right there? Right there. Now if you can see this, you can see that it's clear on the sides, right? So when the fluid gets up to about right here, I'm gonna have the wife turn the car off. And then that's gonna roughly, the residual is gonna go roughly about to here. And then we're gonna take a nice clean transmission fluid and put it back into the transmission using the funnel over there. All right, so let me go call my wife so that way we can make some magic happen. This is a two-man job, by the way, just so that we know. Check it out, look. Hey, that's the fluid we're supposed to be using. Give me just a minute, I'll be right back. All right, so here we go. We're gonna get the thing started. So here's the fluid, the catch can here. All right, go ahead. Stop. Well, that didn't go good. I had my thing on the wrong one. Hold on. All right, so as you can see, we did the wrong hose and it got everywhere. It was not a good time, but I fixed it. So I put this hose here on the transmission side over here, and so now it's going to go into this bucket, I hope. And if not, I got this catch can right here too. All right, go ahead and start it. Yeah, that's working good right there. Turn it off. Perfect. Just let it dribble in there. All right, while that one's dribbling, I'm gonna fill up the top. Ooh. Perfect. So now I'm filling up the top here with another fluid. Man, that thing went everywhere down there. Looked like I slaughtered a pig. All right, so one clean fluid in because of this guy here. Put a cap on it because this is the dirty one. I'm gonna set this one aside. Grab another good dirty container here. All right, put that in there. All right, go ahead. Stop. All right, let that dribble in there. All right, go ahead. Stop. Yep, still looks dirty so far, which is all right. That's why we're doing this. Let me show you what we're doing up top. Ooh. So we're taking this guy out here. We're replacing him with this one here. Go down to the bottom. All right. All right, now I'm gonna just put you guys on a pause because I'm not really sure how many this is gonna take, and I'll keep you posted on that after. Whew. All right, so we're done flushing here, and it took almost like 7 quarts total for that stuff to run out clean-ish, right? Cleaner than before. And so what I'm gonna do to try to extend the life of this thing is I'm also gonna install this power steering filter. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but power steering fluid and transmission fluid is basically hydraulic fluid. So that's basically a hydraulic fluid filter. And what I'm going to do is the same line we were using to push fluid through, we're going to put the filter on that. And this one's really nice because you can see it's directional, right down here on the bottom, directional. And then it's also cleanable, so you can empty it, disassemble it, clean it, and then put it back in. So that'll give you a longer life on your transmission, one, and your oil cooler too. So with that being said, then I'm gonna install that real quick. The only thing I need to do is cut off a section of line that I was using for the flush, just a little bit, actually. Yeah, just a little bit, you know, about like that much. And then it comes with hose clamps, so I'm gonna hook that up. So it's gonna be real quick. I'm not gonna show you on camera because, you know, I don't really think you need to see it on camera. You know, I don't think. But all right, I'll get back to you in a minute. Bye. All right, so I just realized that maybe those of you who watch this YouTube channel don't know what the hell's going on and don't know what the hell you're doing. So maybe I should show you how to install this thing, because maybe that's why you're here. Maybe. All right, so cool thing about this filter is it has different sizes and attachments. So it's not just a 3/8 hose, it's also a 1/2 inch hose and a 5/8 hose. So what I did was I took off a section of the line we were using just right now, and I put it at the end of this thing here, at the end of this filter here. Now I know that this one here is the one that comes out of the radiator because that's the one we were using to flush with. Also, I have these 2 hose clamps here, right, which we're going to use to hose clamp this one into place on this filter here, and then this other one here is going to go onto the radiator side, and we're going to tie that down with a flat tip screwdriver. This side is going to go to the existing line that comes off of the transmission already. So I'm going to take that line off, that line that's on there right now, and I'm going to use this hose clamp to hook that up. It comes with a snap style hose clamp, but typically once you take those off, you should probably replace them. That's just my opinion. It's not what they say in the service manuals or anything like that. But I like these ones better because they cinch down a little better. So let me go up under the car real quick and I can show you how to install all this stuff, so that, because, you know, maybe you need to know, maybe. This is all the old oil that came out of the car. These are all dirty now, so what a waste of money. Let me grab a screwdriver here. Ooh. Here we go. Flat tip screwdriver. And then we're going to be over here under the car. Let me orient you. Right here. Can you see this? With your hand or my hand? Yes, I think so. Maybe, perhaps. Then flashlight here to show you what I'm looking at. So this is the part that came off the car, right? This one right here, this clamp. And so we're going to remove that clamp right meow, so we can replace it with the other style clamp. So real quick, let me see here. Okay, so the big hose clamp is going to go on here, and I always orient these hose clamps to be facing downward like this. That way when I'm working underneath the car, it's easy for me to turn the clamp, if that makes sense. Alright. These hose clamps have a size. I don't know what size they are. I know my buddy Ricardo knows, but he ain't here, so I'm not going to be able to ask him. Hey, Ricardo, I know you're listening and I know you're watching. Tell me what size these are. And then you can let the people out there be like, hey, look at how dumb you are, blah, blah, blah. All right, here we go. So this hose piece is going to go into this hose here. And you can see it's directional, so that way we know which way it goes. There we go. And that's going to face downward like that. And then we're going to put this on there like so. And like I said, this is cleanable, right? So you can take it apart and clean it. My recommendation would be like brake cleaner. It's really nice stuff to use for cleaning purposes on cars, brake cleaner. So there's these snap rings right here. Snap rings right here. You take those off, this whole thing comes apart and separates. You clean it out, and then you're good to go. So that's a pretty awesome product right here. And this product cost me $27 at AutoZone. And I just walked in there and asked them for a power steering inline filter, and they pulled this right up off the computer, and that was really nice. And like I said, this is going to make your transmission last a lot longer. The thing is that you want to clean this out every 50,000 miles. That's the only thing. So let me remove this hose that we used earlier. There we go. Move you out of the way so I can install this one. This is going to go up here. And the only good thing about doing stuff like this and adding filters and stuff like this is that now your lines are longer, so now you get more fluid in your system. It's like a little cheat, you know, like more fluid is always good, right? I would say. All right, so there we go. So now that thing is on there, and now all I gotta do is just tighten up this hose clamp here. So now the fluid that comes out of the oil cooler going into the transmission is going to be nice and clean. You just need to make sure that this hose doesn't touch anything it's not supposed to. There we go. And that hose goes like that there, which is good. There we go. And look at that. Everything's in place. So now what we do is take some cleaning solution. In my case, it's alcohol. Isopropyl alcohol. Wrench this thing here. clean it. And the good thing about isopropyl is it dries. So even if you get it on everything, it'll still dry and be nice. Good to go. Smells like butt though. All right. So now this car is ready. This car is ready to start and get up to normal operating temperatures, and then we'll check the fluid after that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all this stuff back together. So if you don't want to watch, you can fast forward. If you do want to watch, you can watch me be done. There you go. All right, give me just a second here. I'll move you over here. Is that about right? Yep, that's about right. So then this is going to go back over here. Make sure that you put this piece under this front bumper cover, because if you don't, it's not going to slide in all the way where you need it to be. That goes there, and then this goes here. Make sure that's all lined up, and then you grab your all your stuff that you took out, which is going to be your two 12mm bolts. I always find these ones are harder to put in just because of where they're at. There we go. Yeah, there we go. There's one. What's up? You gotta go to the bathroom? Yes. Yeah. Ugh. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
I love you. Bye.
I didn't close that door because you're working a bit.
Oh, okay. Ugh. This one's always hard to find. Yeah, there we go. All right, so the metal ones go here, the 10s. There's one right here, there's one right here, and then there's one right here. But like I said, on yours, you might have more, because it looks like there's supposed to be one here, there's supposed to be one here. But like on mine, there's only these three or four, which is really horrible, but you know, it is what it is, and no big deal. All right, give it a couple of ugga-duggas. Yep. On the smaller ones, though, you give it baby ugga-duggas. Oh, with a 10, preferably. you don't want to go too crazy because this is all plastics right here. There we go. Done deal. Game over for that. Just need to get this plastic piece that someone kicked. Oh my goodness, Isaiah. Okay, I got it. We're good. I got it. And that's the one that's up in here in this tire well that you probably can't see, but I'll tell you, it's there. Believe me, take my word for it. And this guy here goes twisty twisty in there. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this where is it at? Oh man, I lose everything, I swear. So I'm just going to take this here and I'm just going to give it a couple of love taps just to tighten it just a little bit more. All right. So now everything's a mess. All the tools are good. And now we can turn the car on and then see what the fluid level is. That's our next step. So let me do that and then I'll get back with you in a minute because I really have to use the bathroom. All right, so I let the car run here in the garage at operating temperatures, and the fluid level's good, so I just checked that. So now it's time to go on a test drive, and this is the part that worries me the most because this is when it always messes up on me. so we'll see what's up. So right now we're at 20 miles. I reset the odometer when I filled up the tank, and the first time I got 9 miles, and then it started goofing, and then the next time I just did a fluid change and I replaced more parts on it, and I got another 9 miles. So hopefully today I'm gonna get more than 9 miles before I have to do something stupid. So I'm not gonna take you with me on that journey because, you know, that's kind of, it's dark outside, it's nighttime, you know, so I'm not gonna take you with me. But I just wanted to give you an update of where we're at right now. So if everything goes well, that's gonna get rid of this code of P0715, and hopefully this works. We'll see. All right, I'll be back with you guys in a few. All right, so we just got back from our road test, and it went very well. The transmission is shifting extremely smooth. So with that being said, I'm gonna call it fixed, you know. I started my odometer reading at 20 miles, and we are sitting right now at 66 miles. So that's a total of what, 46 miles that I drove to do the road test. And I went up and down some hills. I drove all the way to my job, which is on the freeway. Like I did a lot of driving, and I did a lot of different type of driving just so that way I can test if everything's gonna be good to go. And it was, you know, I was running the AC to put a little more strain on the engine and the transmission there, but it seems like we were good to go. So my recommendation, if you have a P0715 code, would be to do a transmission flush using this method, so that way you can cycle your fluid through the transmission oil cooler. There's a lot of contaminants that get caught in there, and there's no really easy way to clean that out unless you physically remove the lines and clean it out 100%. But, you know, that's up to you, however you want to do it. So, so I'm going to leave a link to the filter that I used in the description below. I'll also leave a link for the Amazon products that I bought, which is the DW-1 Honda approved transmission fluid. You can get it through Honda, but it's roughly the same price. So I just had it ordered and shipped to my house. Total for fluid though, I'm in about 100 and man, it's almost like 150 bucks just in fluid by itself. The filter was $27, and then a new O-ring or a new drain pan gasket was like $7 at the dealership, because I went and bought it at the dealership. So yeah, it's a little expensive, but look, man, this Honda has 221,000 miles on it, and it's still good. It's a champ. It runs like a champ. And this is the first time I've ever had to do extensive maintenance on this car. All I do on this car is basic oil changes. So this is the first time I had to do anything crazy, which is unbelievable, because when I bought this car, I think me and the wife bought it, it had a little over like 125 to 150,000 miles. So now we're sitting at 221 and it's still running like a champ. The AC is blowing so cold right now that I had to turn it down. It's real nice. So with that being said, I'm gonna call this a success, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna end this video here, and just keep in mind, you know, hey, if I can do it, you can do it too. All right, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, tell your friends. If you leave comments, I will get back to you, I promise you that. As soon as it pops up on my email notification, I'm on it, doggone it. Get some. All right, well, you guys have a good evening. Thank you for watching. I know it's long, but hey, it's all good, right? All right, see you later. Have a good evening. Bye.